It was a crisp autumn evening when Emma first noticed the feeling. She had just moved into her new apartment, a cozy little place on the third floor of an old brick building in the heart of downtown. The landlord had been friendly enough, warning her about the creaky floors and the occasional draft from the windows, but nothing that would deter someone looking for their own space after years of living with roommates. Emma loved it here. It wasn't luxurious by any means, but it felt safe, or so she thought. On her second night in the apartment, as she sat at her desk typing away on her laptop, she heard it, a faint scratching sound coming from outside. At first, she assumed it was just leaves brushing against the window pane, or perhaps a stray cat seeking shelter. But when she glanced up, she froze. There, pressed against the glass of her bedroom window, was a face. It wasn't close enough to make out details, just a pale blur staring directly at her. Her heart leapt into her throat as she scrambled backward, knocking over her chair. When she dared to look again, the face was gone. She told herself it was nothing. Maybe some neighborhood kid playing a prank. Still, sleep didn't come easily that night. Over the next few days, strange things began happening. A knock at the door late at night turned out to be no one there. Footsteps echoed in the hallway, even though no one lived in the adjacent unit. And then, there were the whispers. They started softly, almost imperceptible, like the rustle of wind through dead leaves. But they grew louder each night, seeping through the walls and under the door, until Emma couldn't ignore them anymore. They weren't words exactly, more like fragmented murmurs, disjointed phrases that made her skin crawl. Watching you, always. Watching one evening, unable to take it anymore, Emma confronted her neighbor, Mr. Hargrove, who lived across the hall. He was an elderly man with thinning gray hair and kind eyes, the type of person who always greeted her warmly whenever they crossed paths. "Have you heard anything unusual lately?" she asked nervously. "Like voices?" Mr. Hargrove frowned. "Voices? No, dear. This is a quiet building. Are you sure you're not imagining things?" Emma left his apartment feeling foolish but unsettled. Was she imagining it? The stress of moving, maybe? But deep down, she knew something wasn't right. That night, the whispers returned, louder than ever. They filled the room, bouncing off the walls until Emma clapped her hands